Good morning, guys, and I am sorry I can't be with you today, but I know that you guys will do a great job, get all your work completed, and get everything out of today's lesson that you need to. First and foremost, as you get in, you should have grabbed a laptop already. That's how you're watching this video, hopefully. And you need to go to your bell ringer section in your Google Classroom page. So by Monday, I will have these bell ringers pushed to the top of your page, and you will complete day 24. Make sure that you have that in your bell ringer notebook. Take about 5 to 10 minutes to do so. And then we are going to transition into your new assignment. We're going to be studying archetypes and short stories. And so each of you will be assigned to a group, and each group will receive a packet. This packet will have a copy of a story for each of you, and one of these, actually, each of you are going to get the sheet as well. So all of you will have the sheet that I'm looking at here and a copy of your short story. What you're going to be expected to do is go in and annotate the text as you're reading for any of these archetypal characters, archetypal settings, archetypal actions or events, or archetypal themes. All of these would be universal, meaning you've seen this before. This is something that you have been able to identify from a different piece of literature or several pieces of literature, but you were also able to find it in your story. When we're looking at archetypal characters, for example, we have the hero and the mentor. In the novel Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and Dumbledore often speak to one another about the things that are going on both at Hogwarts and in Harry's own personal life. And in that sense, you get the understanding that Dumbledore is more than just a headmaster or a teacher to Harry. He is also his mentor. Me discussing this, what I just said, is not going to get me full credit for this assignment, however, because if you look, it says what type of archetypal characters are represented, list the archetype, and explain how it is represented in order to receive full credit. Well, I've said that he was a mentor, but have I given any kind of examples? Have I included any details from the text? No. So no credit for that answer. However, if I was to go into the story and pull out a section such as let's see, in the story, Dumbledore's asking Harry why he looks so miserable, and Harry says, "It didn't make any difference. Pettigrew got away." "Didn't make any difference," said Dumbledore quietly. "It made all the difference in the world, Harry. You helped uncover the truth. You saved an innocent man from a terrible fate." And at this point, Harry is really feeling discouraged, and Dumbledore is explaining to him that he has no reason to be discouraged. He's actually done something quite incredible. And later on in the text, they're talking about Harry's own personal life and how he misses his family. And he says, "It was stupid thinking it was him," he muttered. "I mean, I knew he was dead." To which point Dumbledore responds, "You think the dead we have loved ever truly leave us? You think that we don't recall them more clearly than ever in times of great trouble? Your father is alive in you, Harry, and shows himself most plainly when you have need of him. How else could you produce this particular Patronus?" It's at this moment that Dumbledore is trying to provide a little bit of solace for Harry, while also encouraging him and inspiring him to go out and be brave in the future and not let his past dictate his future. So those would be some specific details from the text to support our answer, and our answer being that Dumbledore serves as a mentor in the Harry Potter series. And you're going to do that for each of these different archetypes. So a minimum of one, but I want much more than one. I want you to find as many as you possibly can within the text. You have the entirety of the class period today to work on this, but this is due before you leave. So you're going to look at the handout here and your short story, annotate it, and then at the end, you'll come back to your Google Classroom. So your short stories, by the way, here's an example of a short story. So you'll each have your own copy. And then you come back to Google Classroom, click on classwork, click on archetypes and short stories. And when you click here, it gives you instructions. I'll let you read these, but you do need to make sure that you have answer the questions on the handout provided in the form of a Google Doc. You'll need one Google Doc per group. You can all share the doc so you can all be working on it simultaneously. But when you're finished, you're going to attach the Google Doc, one per group, to this assignment page. We will be working with these short stories again, so you do not need to lose your copy of this story. If you lose this copy, it's going to be your responsibility to go online and print out another copy, because I'll have all of the short stories in a blend space. So you don't need to do that. Just avoid that altogether and make sure that you keep track of your short story. When you finish this and you've submitted it, if you have class time remaining, remember that tomorrow you will be given your reading check quiz on the things they carried. Initially, I had planned your literary terms quiz for volume 3 on Tuesday. However, I'm going to move that to Wednesday. So Tuesday is your reading check quiz for the things they carried. Your literary terms quiz will be Wednesday. All right, so that you can kind of use your time management skills and focus on one thing at a time. But remember that your things they carried reading check quiz is character driven. You really need to know these characters before you come into class. When you have finished that, if you feel confident in the things they carried and you'd like some extra credit, I provided 2 extra credit opportunities here. So you may work on that as well. All right. Remember to submit your assignment. Make sure you've worked on your bell ringer and you've studied for your quiz. And I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you then.